Hello guys, today we are going to have a weekly outlook on gold. This box is from the weekly time frame. So I'm expecting consolidation or a rejection there. So let's go to the weekly time frame. As you can see, it is from the week of this candle, 50% right here. As you can see, the one up is just like a support and resistance. In the daily, as you can see, but the issue here is that we have a zone here. That's a swing point. Then let's go to the 3 hours. The higher time frame. So I want to explain something, but I have no business buying until price tells me otherwise. What we are focusing on is this leg, and this. That has happened here. No concern me. But it is good for you to keep track of where you're likely going to get reversals, like this point here. I think I made a video on how I got this point here. So you see this line, I'm anticipating, but weekly says otherwise. Yes, it might mitigate even deep. What I'm targeting for now is this. I'm only focusing on this leg. So what are we seeing from this leg? Price has been making lower lows. So this is the last important candle that made this high. Then this broke it and made this low. And then this made the high. This made the low. And it made this high. Now it made this low. Right? So we are likely going to see a retracement before it continues. But I want you to pay attention to something. If you should check, this is the last important candle, right? High and low. Then it broke here. So I still have one here. So let's see. It had open. As you can see, it didn't break until the blue one. So that's why I'm going to have this as a zone. Because there's a manipulation here. Right here. This is the zone. But this is not the zone. This is just a candle range. This is a candle range. So in a candle range, once price liquidates something like this, you know it's likely going to take the low that brought it after 50% of this markup. That is why I would not enter on this one until it reaches 50%. Then we have this broke, have this, and it broke. So now, what candle range are we in? We are here, this one. So when price makes this high, we are likely going for higher prices. So now, on no account should you buy this market until you come to the 3 hours and you see price breaks this particular level, this one here. This particular level, this one is the one you are waiting for before you start thinking of buying. But so far as you are concerned, you're looking for sales. So now let's go to 15 minutes and see if what we've marked makes sense. So this is what we have on the 15 minutes. Right? What I'm seeing here is, you see, that's the importance of top-down analysis. Because if we are just focusing on here, you would say market failed to break here, it might likely going to take the high of which, right? But the only thing that would have saved me from that loss is because when I trail my loss. And as you can see, this is the last printed important candle, right? Until this point, I could still have a sell here. That's from the previous week. So if I have this, I've had an entry here, of which I think I missed. This is a missed entry from this time frame. But let's go to 3 minutes now. Just 3 minutes is just like a denoiser. Yeah, it's still a missed entry. So I wouldn't have gotten this trade. And it is, excuse me, it is in a London session, of which I might likely not take it. Usually trade in New York. So I might be paying more attention to this, of which we have this particular swing point. So we say change of character here at this point here is where change of character is. So we are going to utilize this. and wait for it either at 50% or unmitigated candle. If everything is mitigated here, just wait for 50%. Then you take your trade from 50%. So it is going to look like this. Yeah? Then CP is the load that brought it. And this one, the overall row, this one right here. You see this? Is 1:6. You would have gotten it on Friday. You would have gotten this on Friday. But then how would you manage your risks? What I will be doing is trailing the lows. This is an important candle that broke. So the moment I see this one, and I see this one printed, I think I'm likely going to leave it here because you see this. I don't know if this was going to happen, but in most cases, I need to see two important candles taken before I move my stop loss. So these two must have happened before I'll bring my stop loss in. Then the next two must have happened. So you see 1, 2. So already I'm here. Don't know what price will do. Then this and this happened. That is when I'm going to bring this one here. Not even there. Here. Then this and this happened. That is when I'm going to bring this one here. So you see, I'm slowly managing my lead. That's why sometimes if you should see some of the screenshots I used to give, you would see that price would take me maybe midway or something, because this is how I manage the trade. But in this case, I think it is full TP. So the next two, because this is just a candle range, so the next two, then I'll bring it to this one, right? So the next two from here, this is in two, then I'm going to bring it here. This is where my SL would have been after this, before this thing takes profit, of which I've secured. If it did come back, I've secured 1:2 thereabout. This is 1:6. Then another entry you would have gotten that same day is this one. This is a range. This is a range. You might decide to enter at 50%, but you know your SL is going to be much. So you're going to have it here. A TP here. So you say it's not even up to 1:2. What we are likely going to do here is wait for a confirmation from your candles, which will have a break here. So after this break, we are looking to see, okay, what are we going to have? Your entry might start from here. But since this is a 3 minutes, you want to be utilizing the higher time frame high. So let's try and see 1 minute if you are going to see a shift from that leg to. Yeah, that's what I needed to see. Look at this. This is how you miss the entry. Over analyzing. Sometimes it's just the risk and let it slide. You would have got, see, missing 1:4 is no better than gaining 1:2. It's better you should have 1:2 than to lose 1:4. That's what I'm trying to say. If you have just taken your entry here, so this is when you analyze. Over analyzing cause trade analysis paralysis. So you might likely lose it or you will not know what to do next. This is it. These two entries would have been it. So basically, that's how I would have seen it. But remember, utilizing 50% of zones. If I see 50% like this, price has mitigated it. The only thing I might want to see is maybe change of character on the important candle. This is my important candle. This blue one. This one. This one right here. This is my important candle. So at the break of this, I might enter. Break of here. Let me show you. See that first liquidity grab thing that I used to say that the first one is a liquidity generator. So you see this is 1:7. We are using this entry model. So now these are the two models I use for entry. And sometimes if I want to be more conservative, of which I used to miss a lot of trades, it is 50% of the important candle. After the break, I will anticipate price to come back in, which you say I've missed it. So I don't used to utilize it because I know I used to lose a lot of trades using that method. And for this one, like I told you, right here, it's the same entry method I did here. Instead of entering at 50, it's just important candle break. Now enter, and we go. So that's basically it. But remember, for this week, we are not looking for buys until this particular level is taken on the 3 hours, because this is a 3 hour zone. Let me just put 3 hours here. 3H. I don't want to see price take this. Do you understand? This week I'm looking more of sales until my level is broken, which is a 3 hours level on my higher time frame. So more of sales, probably to this zone first, this particular line here. Then if this does not hold it, then we are utilizing this one, this 15 minutes level. I mean weekly level.